Alrighty, y'all. Okay, as you can see around me, we're definitely not in the garage. No, we're at an undisclosed location. Very undisclosed location. Actually, we're just behind my house. Okay, so much for the secret location. But yeah, we're just behind my house here. And I wanted to bring up something to you all about the importance of parts. And when you are restoring a vehicle, there's always going to be, or fixing a vehicle up in any way, there's always going to be those parts you're going to need that you can't find at, like, you know, AutoZone or Advance or whatever, you know, at the parts stores. And you're going to need them, and you're not going to be able to come across them. So what do? Well, you have to come up with something. You got to come up with some sort of plan. So what I propose is that if you have the space available to you, this is a good idea. Buy one of these, a parts vehicle, or one or two or three or four maybe. Okay, these two here do not belong to me. They're my brother's. Which brings up a good point. If you don't have the space for something like this, then that's what you do. You get with your family members who do, and you say, hey, can I store my, insert whatever you like right there. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, amongst car guys, this is kind of a no-brainer. Okay, this is old hat. But to a lot of you new guys, this may not be. So now, you go to the cars, you go to the swap meets, you go to, you cruise around on like the internet, Facebook Marketplace, and all sorts of things like that. Even eBay. And you're looking for all of these things that you need. But what a lot of people don't understand is that you can buy like a complete vehicle. It might be more up front, but it saves you a hell of a lot of time and trouble later on. I mean, think about it for a minute. Let's look here. Let me show you something. Okay, let's flip it. All right, you see, we got a really good battery tray on this truck. Okay, we got a radiator brace that is in really, really excellent condition. These parts bolt on, by the way. Inner fenders, really good shape, no rust. This fender's already been harvested and actually put on my truck. So we got a really good door. That is a power window door. I think that mirror over there on the other side is a power mirror. Okay. Tilt column in this truck. This was an automatic truck. The rear axle's already been harvested and used. And the upper control arms have already been harvested and used. So, by the stuff that's just been harvested off this truck, I've already probably made some of my money back off of it. Okay? So, just something to keep in mind there. Bumper has already been harvested and is being used right now on my truck. But there is also a pretty good tailgate on this. The bed is in really good shape. It's not like beat to death. The transmission is horrible. The engine actually does run. So you've got a lot of really good salvageable parts on this truck. I mean, those rotors, they're a little thin, but if somebody didn't mind it, you could take these rotors off, turn them, and you'd have a pair of good rotors. Good spindle, lower control arm, strut rod, springs, really good frame, not been wrecked. I mean, and sometimes it's just little stupid stuff, like this overflow bottle right here. This is, I would open the hood, but well, I'll tell you what, let me see if it'll stay open on its own. See, it's only got one hinge actually holding the hood up, so. But you got that little goofy heat shield there on the exhaust manifold. You know, for a restorer, that's going to be gold. You know, finding that in good shape. You got this brace that usually attaches to the fender. You know, look at this. Really, really good shape right there. Nothing wrong with that. You've got all your bracketry on the front of the engine there. You know, AC condenser. The radiator has been pulled out and it's actually in the Ram Charger down there. So this thing has given quite a few of its parts to other vehicles already, and it's paid for itself. So, you know, so that, you know, that initial purchase price right up front, it gets demolished because, you know, all of the really, really good harvestable parts off of this truck that got used on other vehicles. So, you know, and that's, and the thing I want to point out to you, and the point I want to make to you all, is that when you are going to the junkyards and you're looking for parts for whatever vehicle it is you're working on, and you go and you look and you say, you get there, and then the car you're looking at, the car that you're working on, you know, you get there and there's got several like it, but they've all been picked clean. And you're like, well, crap, you know. So then you have to go and you have to find another vehicle, find another junkyard that's got one, you know, and hopefully they've got the parts you need. Now in my case, lots of times I'll go to a junkyard to find a part, like maybe, you know, I'll go to find a rear axle assembly, and then I'll get there and then they don't have any, you know. Or I'll go there to find another part and they don't have it either. So what I'm saying is, you know, make the value here is that this is tremendous convenience here. So being able to go just walk out your back door and come in, you know, and come up to your, you know, your parts vehicle and pull the parts right off of it, you know, and tremendously convenient, you know, saves you countless amount of time going to go get something from somewhere else, bring it to you, pull it out, you know, and pull it out of whatever it's in, and then bring it there to you and to your house, and then put it on your vehicle. Whereas this, you know, I mean, let's say this had a really good working rear axle under it. This truck here, if it had a really good working rear axle under it, I could pull it out, get it out, put it under my truck, and I could probably do that all within one day. So you see, that's what I'm talking about. Which makes a huge difference. And I mean, this truck even had had a few options like this here. This is a factory option. It's has a light that you yeah, there it is. The bulb's gone, I think. Yeah, the bulb is gone. But this has a magnet on it, and see, yeah. So what you would do is you would turn this on, you pull it out and it would turn on, and you would just move it around to wherever you need the light to be, which is a neat little idea. But, you know, it's just something like that, stuff like that, you know. And you can transfer this to another vehicle. Now this thing's kind of messed up because it doesn't reel back, but you get the point, okay? But, so that's the thing I'm trying to get across to you, is by having a parts vehicle, for you newbies out there, you know, having a parts vehicle is really, really a huge advantage, because it saves you a lot of time. Now sure, yes, there's going to be some parts you're not going to find in good shape. Okay. Let's see, this hood has got a dent right there, and I'm sure if yeah, there's a dent right there in the hood. This emblem's a little bit damaged and beat up. It does have the ram's head, so a lot of people like those. Myself, yeah, you know, I like them, but I don't have to have them on the vehicle. So I don't want one on my truck, so that's just the way I am. But, you know, I mean, look at this part, though. This part's in excellent condition. Excellent. Okay. Then you got all the trim. All the trim is intact, you know. And look, it's not beat up either. And this one, this fender, it's got one little dent right there in that fender trim, you know. So, and another thing is, hey, you get to store extra parts in the bed. See what I'm saying? So, hope I'm making a good case for, you know, the buying of a parts vehicle. Okay, so alrighty, you know the usual. I hope you're really enjoying this video and you're learning something good. If you like this video, you know what to do. Thumbs up, all that. We are now up over 440 subscribers. Over 440. Wow. So it's kind of surprising, really. Okay. If you, furthermore, if you like this video, you know, like, share it with your friends and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I always appreciate those things. You know, the likes and the shares and the subscribes, you know. But if you have any questions about this or any other videos, you know what to do. You're smart. Drop a comment down below. I'll do my very best to get back to you. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. God bless.